Third phase of moon, Blake Cousins. Wow. How was that lightning storm? You saw the video. Quite shocking, to say the least. Blake Cousins was right there along my side as bolts of light rained down upon us. Let me tell you, it was shocking, to say the least. I could feel my hair rise on my arms. You could feel the tingling in the area. I think I was quite... I think I got struck by lightning in its own sense. We looked at some video up on YouTube of other people that have been struck by lightning. And let me tell you, if I saw these before we did this shoot, I wouldn't have done it, because it's scary. You could die. So trust me, we're not going to be looking for lightning bolts, close encounters. But hey, if anybody's got any comments about that video, about what they saw, the plasmic residue, the purple residue left behind, is quite incredible and shocking, again, to say the least. This is Blake Cousins. We got people lined up on air. We're going to be taking calls live, Third Phase of the Moon, sharing your UFO stories to the world. The number to call in, 347-934-0378. Blake Cousins. We'll be right back. The weird and the wonderful. Thanks for sharing their Reticuli song right here at Third Phase. Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. Special thanks again to the weird and the wonderful for submitting these songs, Reticuli and The Highway. They're inspired by UFOs and aliens, and everybody go check out their music. It's pretty cool. We'll be playing some of it tonight. I know we're going to get some Paul Barrett music tonight as well, but let's get to the callers. That's what's important. The callers from around the world sharing their UFO sightings. Let's get to it. Area code 305, welcome to the show. Where are you calling from? What's your name? Area code 305, you're live.
Hey, how you doing? Jason here.
Hey, Jason, what's up, man?
Man, I was just I had a friend of mine that took a picture of that rocket that supposedly took off of Cape Canaveral, and I mean, it was super weird. I didn't get to see it, but I saw the pictures. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Absolutely. Check out our Third Phase of Moon channel. We just posted up within 24 hours of that breaking news over there in Miami. What people are saying, well, the official statement is they think is an Atlas rocket. And no, maybe it was, but there's something that was shared with us. Incredible video. We're going to be sharing it. And it seems like there was a UFO, an anomaly, tracking this malfunction Atlas rocket. It was seen by tens of thousands of people. A lot of photos and video came into Third Phase of the Moon. Tell me, what are your photos representing? They're pretty much the same thing. It was pretty much shock and awe all over Miami. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just found it really, really weird that it was going vertical, and instead of it was going horizontal, it wasn't going vertical, like if it was going out of the atmosphere. And then I did see the video that you did put up. I did see, the little lights that you see blinking right behind it, and I just thought it was so weird. I thought it was so crazy. And
yeah, exactly. The video that we posted up was, and we're leaving the name and the link below when we put it up on YouTube, so everybody check out the original link. People shot this. It's incredible. But yeah, this blinking light goes in and out. It stays pretty much the same distance from the malfunctioning rocket, and then this orb just pretty much hangs out. It doesn't drop. And it's just kind of hanging out. It was something quite unbelievable. Did everybody take a look at that on the flash chat? What's your guys' opinions on this? So, what do you think? You live in Miami, Jason?
Yeah, we do.
What's the word on the ground? Let me ask you, did they give anybody a heads up? Like, hey, look, we're launching an Atlas rocket, so just don't.
No.
There's no official word that there's.
Nothing at all. Me and my buddy Carl, we were talking about, and they didn't mention anything. Nobody gave us a heads up. It wasn't on any news or anything, and we're pretty much always on top of it, see what's going on, what NASA's doing. and you know, there was no heads up, and it was like early in the morning. It was like what, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, probably a good time to do these experimental projects, whatever they are. We actually got more video from people that have shared it with us, and we're going to be sharing Nanette Walker's video that she shared, and then there's going to be another one that we got just today. So lots of videos coming into Third Phase Moon. That's why we like it. It's like breaking news, and people are sharing it because they know where to share it. The world is waking up that I think Third Phase Moon is the quickest place to share breaking news video and get it out quick. And I think that's great. Jason, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Congratulations, man. We're big fans, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and definitely keep on supporting you guys.
Hey, appreciate it. Did you get to see that lightning strike that I had a close encounter with?
I did. I just saw that. I just saw that right before we tuned in. I did. Yeah, that was really. Was it where you guys at in Hawaii, right?
That's right. Right here on the Hamakua coast. It was kind of within our area, and we're getting lunch in the little town, and then all of a sudden it started to crackle all around us. We raced it home, grabbed the cameras, and we could hear that it was just a few miles up the road from us. So we ran and chased right into the thick of things. Unfortunately, we missed a few other close lightning strikes because we're running low on the camera SD card. But you could tell in that one shot, we captured 3 lightning strikes in one shot. It was quite amazing, and it was rocking. It was right on top of us.
Wow. Amazing stuff, guys.
Jason, appreciate it. Keep your eyes on the skies, and, send those photos over. We'll get them up on Third Phase if you can. You got our contact info?
Yeah, we got it. Thank you, bud.
All right, Jason. Take care, man.
Bye-bye. Right, thank you.
Appreciate it. You know, that was quite amazing encounter. Both encounters, what happened in Miami and right here in Hawaii. And people are saying, let's just go over the flash chat real quick. Flip It For You says that orb rocket video was cool. Dirty D. Walton says, yes, it was. I guess that's what he said. Flip It For You also says, I wonder if it was listed on the NASA site for launches. Well, that's what I want to know. Did they give us a heads up? You can look into that while we're live on the radio to figure this out in real time. That'd be awesome. And let's see. Yeah, and then Flip It For You says he loved the Thunder and Lightning episode, although it was very dangerous. Yeah, it was. I suggest people not to do this. You know what? Things are just getting started right here at Third Phase of Moon. It's going to be a pretty cool Automagine radio show. We got the phone lines lining up. We're going to get to Parsi Site Milton and a few others. This is Blake Cousins. Keep your eyes on the skies. We'll be right back. Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here, Third Phase of Moon, back on air. Taking your calls from around the world. Let's get to it. I hope we get some good UFO sightings, some good stories, close encounters with the extraterrestrial. They're out there, people. Let's get to it. We got a Parasite Milton.
Oh,
welcome to the show.
Hey there.
Hi there.
I was just looking for some videos I could show you. Just about every day in Manhattan there's something bizarre happening in the skyline. I have this
excuse me, you need to shut down the radio on your end or that thing? You're getting a little feedback. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. I'll cue up the video. Don't worry. I'll be here.
Okay, so yeah, you said you want to share some video that you've been capturing. Go ahead.
I have more than one, but I'm trying to make it short so nobody gets bored. But this one is a ball that turns into a plane. I think it's pretty cool. It turns into an airplane.
I see. It's one of those. It's like
that's just one of them. Here, let me get the share thing. Hold on.
Sure thing. I think.
There's so much I love these. This is the video. All right.
We're getting a little bit of feedback. I'm not exactly sure how you're trying to show me this video in real time. You're going to have to send it to me. Send me a link to my email address. Is that possible?
It's been giving me a lot of trouble, I know to say.
Okay. Let me try to put it in the chat room.
Okay. Well, maybe, Parasite, we're getting a little bit of feedback. Maybe you can put in the chat room, maybe a link, and then that would be great. And what else we got here? We got all kinds of stuff happening right here at Third Phase of the Moon. It's just gets kind of crazy with all these videos from Florida. It was quite amazing. I think tens of thousands of people witnessed this, and they're going to take the government's word for it. That is an Atlas rocket. But I think what was captured on videos by everybody, there's this strange blinking light that just keeps tracking this thing. It's totally weird. Doesn't make much sense. We're rolling the video. Let's get to another caller right now. Area code 925. You're live, Third Phase Moon.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good. Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from the San Francisco Bay Area.
All right, man. What's going on in San Francisco? Any UFO sightings you want to share with us tonight?
Yeah, I actually want to share one. So recently I was in Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
And, Pittsburgh area. And I was just, the beautiful day, I think it was around 2 o'clock p.m. And what happened was, I was standing in the train tracks, and what I heard something, fly by real fast, and it just had to be something more than just, a regular airplane. And so I looked up, and so I saw this bullet-shaped aircraft that was just, not the original kind of aircraft you would see on a daily basis, something that's a little bit more advanced than, what you would see. And so the bullet aircraft was sort of like a silver plated color, sort of like a stainless steel color, and like I said, it just went so fast that it just couldn't be something that we would make, or maybe it is something we would make, except we might have made another copy of it, like how one of the scientists in S4 made the sports model of Bob Lazar's flying saucer or something, And
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. And so, that just got, it was just one of my thoughts in my mind about, is this really an extraterrestrial aircraft, or is it something that we made, or, is it something that was replicated as a copy?
Let me get more.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Can you give us a little bit more detail on what the craft looked like?
Yeah. Okay. So the craft was a bullet-shaped aircraft, and
a bullet shape.
It
like
had
a bullet.
Like a bullet-shaped aircraft. Yeah, pretty much. And it was, silver-plated, stainless steel, and it had no writings on it. Yeah. And
there's some video that we're going to be sharing tonight. Somebody shared from Arizona that had that exact same kind of. It almost looks like a bullet. It's metallic. It had a sheen to it, almost.
Oh wow.
Almost silver in its own sense, silver gray.
Right.
Yeah, and was it moving fast, or was it kind of defying? Because the thing that was captured over there in Arizona was moving real slow in the sky.
Really?
But it looked like it could start. It was designed to get moving at a high rate of speed.
Right. At first, it was moving really slow until I looked up. It just instantly just went away. As soon as I looked up, it just ran away. It just looked like it was staring down at me, because I was the only guy on the train track just looking up. There's no one else around me. But when I looked up, as soon as I looked up, the bullet aircraft just flew away, zoomed away, and I don't know, it just got faster than what it was.
Hey, man, appreciate you sharing your story with us right here at Third Phase of the Moon tonight, and that's what it's all about. Again, when was this exactly?
When was this?
Yeah, when was your sighting? Maybe other people captured it on video.
Okay. So the sighting was around July 2nd, and it was, 2 days before July 4th. And so, like I said, this was around 2 p.m. in Pittsburgh, California, and it was on the train track. There's a train track going from Pittsburgh to different cities, but I know for sure Pittsburgh, California, 2 p.m. on July 2nd. And it was a bright, beautiful day. as well. That's
nice.
when I saw it. Yes.
Well, there you go, everybody. A sighting in Pittsburgh, broad daylight sighting. A bullet-shaped craft that took off real fast. Incredible story right here at Third Phase. Everybody, we're not alone. Let's get to the next caller. Area code 406. You're live, Third Phase Moon. Welcome.
Hey, yeah, thanks. Hey, like 4 weeks ago, probably 4 weeks ago, we had a bad lightning storm here too.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was bad. I don't know. It's got to be the hearts, something. I think they're doing a lot of damage to the to the weather and stuff. Because I was out there film, trying to catch a UFO, and I could hear this freaking noise. It's just like humming noise. And then I say to myself, hey, I said it out loud, but I said, God, that noise. And so that night, that later on, since I heard this noise, we had that lightning storm come through, and I said to myself, I bet you there's UFOs will fly in this storm. And sure enough, the neighbor next door, I was like 2 minutes late getting outside. He said he seen this UFO was flying in that storm, and the lightning struck that thing, and it just lit up, he said, and all these orbs come around it and circle around it, and they all took off. And I was just like 2 minutes late getting out there, getting that on camera. Oh, man. Next time we have a lightning storm, I'm going to get out there a little early and see if I can catch one.
Okay, yeah. Did you see the video we posted up on Third Phase of when we try to get some lightning
no,
video?
Not yet. I'm trying to find a thermal camera to get this stuff at night.
We're trying to get that phenomenon known as ball lightning during these kind of perfect conditions. Some people are actually saying that HAARP trying to get me, and they missed because I did a quick maneuver here and there. But, yeah, it seems that the weather phenomenon and its harshness, it seems like it's getting stronger. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and, I caught one on camera, and it was a red ball of light, right? And it was going it's going east from me. So I had my camera on there, and it looks like it's getting ready to explode, and then it come back together, and then it's molten, and it's changing, it's finding its shape it wants to be, what UFO wants to be, what its shape. What it looked like to me at first, when I catch it on camera, you got to stop it real quick, but you catch it, it looked like a melted down meteorite with craters in it, and it had a string of pearl lights in it. Then all of a sudden, it changed again, and it went to a triangle one. Then it went back into a ball light again. And I got that on camera, and I got to get that to you so you can look at
absolutely.
That. Okay.
Absolutely, Dale. We want to see that video. Upload it to YouTube. Send the link. We're always standing by for that, right?
And yeah, and I got me and this young lady was out there one night, and I got this perfect triangle one. And if I seen this triangle one, and I said, well, that can't be a plane. And there's a ball orb light on top. But if I was just 3 seconds more earlier, this orb of light, it's leaving the ship. You can see that in the beginning. It took off, but the other one stayed on top of the triangle one. And I got, at least 3 minutes of that. I need to get that one to you. I need to get that one straight to you. And
Absolutely, Del. Del got to get this video to us. We got to see it. People need to see these videos that people are capturing all over the world. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. We're going to be right back. We got a lot of callers in. We're going to find out about whether or not, and we got researchers going on trying to find out whether the Atlas rocket had kind of some kind of previous, letting people know that they're going to be launching this stuff. So far, we're not getting much answers, but maybe when we come right back, we're going to find out. This is Blake Cousins. Blake Cousins here, Third Phase Moon, back, taking your calls from around the world. New information in regards to this Atlas V rocket. Flip It For You just did some research and said that, he says this. They said there was a list at 10/18 that it was going to be launched at 10/18, but the date didn't match up. And then it goes on to say that they said it's a success. Basically, here it is. It's Atlas 551 AV-056 CCA FS SL-41 MUOS-4 military. Let's see, what does it say here? It says military Cosmat GTO Success 4.2. If that was a success, well, I guess they successfully blew up a rocket with the UFO. It doesn't make much sense. All what went down over Miami this past week doesn't make much sense. We're going to be getting to more callers right now into Third Phase Moon. Let's get to it. Area code 832. You're live. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hello? Hi there. You're live, Third Phase. Welcome.
Oh, hi. My name's Mel.
Hey, Mel. What's going on? Where are you calling from?
Houston to Galveston area.
Oh, okay. What do you want to share with the Third Phase tonight? You got something?
Yes. I was going to share a few stories that I have. I've seen several aliens and UFOs.
Okay. Well, let's start with the aliens. Let's get to it. Thanks for calling in.
Well, yeah. It's kind of weird. I was going to sleep one morning. My schedule was off, so I was sleeping, taking a long nap during the day, and there was this strange negativity around the house, and there was also a thunderstorm going on, and I thought it was really strange. There was just an eerie feeling around the house, and then I went to sleep. But whenever I woke up, I was in what they call sleep paralysis. And there was this alien at the bedside of my right side. And
wow. Really?
And yes, sorry. It kind of makes me nervous talking about this story. But I immediately got up and crawled to the side of my bed, and I was I didn't know what to think. I was looking at this thing, and I was a foot away from it, face to face, looking at this thing. And she had really, really black eyes, really black hair that touched her shoulders, and she had kind of very, very fair skin. It was very white. And she had this bluish gray, it was like a skin tight suit. And then I stared at her and I didn't know what to do. And I was very scared, and then I saw this black dot appear on her forehead. And
really?
I don't know, yeah, this sounds really weird. I watched this happen, and this black dot covered her whole head, and it went down her body, and then she just disappeared after that.
It's not weird. What you're saying is not weird at all. Appreciate you sharing it, Mel. Here's a couple questions that's coming in. Could you tell how many fingers was on this female that you describe? It's a female alien?
Yes. I don't really recall, but I know she had a hand in it. Her features were kind of like a human's, but smaller. She didn't look really wrinkly or anything like that. She looked very human-like, but she had the big head. She was only about 3 feet tall.
3 feet. Was there any kind of communication that was going on telepathically?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I had been kind of into the telepathical stuff. Like, I had a friend who said that she could communicate with things, and so when I went to bed that night or that morning, I had been receiving like what she would call messages, and so I kind of ignored it. But it was kind of like when I was falling asleep, I was I don't know, getting these messages, and it sounded like a female's voice, and I just kind of ignored it because I didn't believe in any of that stuff. But whenever I was staring at her face to face, like, she felt very angry. And I'm kind of a believer that aliens are demons. Like,
so this presence didn't come across as quite so friendly or angelic or anything like that. You're kind of unnerved by it.
Yeah, it was really. She was really angry. I'm sorry?
Has she been back, or this?
So a few weeks ago, I woke up in my bed and there was another one. I'm in a different room now, but I woke up and I look over in at my door, and my door's wide open and the lights are on. And I have to turn off all the lights, but the lights were on this night. Like, I even walked in here and they were on and everything, which was really, really weird. But at my door was a little 3-foot alien, and it didn't have hair, but it looked to be like a male, I guess, because it didn't have hair, but that's just what I assumed. And then I sat up and I stared at this thing, and then I got up out of bed. I walked halfway across my room and I blacked out.
And then what happened when you awoke?
I awoke and I remember I was standing in the middle of my room and I looked out my window and there was this space-looking UFO craft outside my window, and I saw it fly to the left of my house, and then I woke up in my bed. I don't know how to describe that, but it was like I was standing there and then I woke up. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a time loss, I guess. But I was standing there.
Mel, appreciate you sharing this. It sounds quite a personal encounter that you're sharing. Have you told anybody else this?
Yeah, I've told quite a few people, and it surprises me that many people have had the same kind of experience as me, of just people around my town. They're like, really, I've had an experience too, and they'll tell me all about it, and I'll be like, that's really strange. How many people I know have seen UFOs? I have a question, actually.
Sure, go ahead. What is it?
Does anybody ever call and tell you about, like, strange marks on their skin?
Now, you just made my little chicken skin goosebumps going on. Yeah, lots of people try to reach out to Third Phase of Moon. We did a lot of documentaries with Dr. Roger Lear. He removed 17 alien implants, out of this world stuff that you cannot be explained by abductees that have encounters with aliens. And he passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately. And Dr. J. Andy Elias helped us correspond with Dr. Roger Lear. And now he's passed, so now it's getting a little harder to remove these implants. But definitely we get these calls all the time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I have these little marks. They look like scoop marks on my skin, and I don't know where they come from, but I've heard other people say that they have these.
Wow, Mel, stand by. We're gonna have to get to break. We got about 20 minutes left in the show. We got to get to other callers. Incredible testimony coming in. Breaking news from Miami. What went down the past couple days, and what's up with this thunder, lightning, weird weather phenomenon in connection with ETs? That's a big question. Blake Cousins, we'll be right back. Blake Cousins here, back, taking your calls from around the world. You know what? Let's just get to it right now. We're going to go to Mark Ninja. Hey, thanks for waiting. You're live, Third Phase. Tell us your name. Where are you calling from, Mark?
It's Mark from the UK. Can you hear me okay?
What was that?
It's Mark from England.
Mark. Hey, how you doing, Mark?
Not bad. I just wanted to call in and mention about some years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, I was setting up camcorder traps in the window.
Hey, Mark, can you get a little closer to the microphone? Thank you. You're all the way in England. You sound like you're going to come in perfectly clear. We're in Hawaii right now. Pretty amazing digital age we live in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I kept capturing the orange sphere type graphs on a camcorder trap in the window. And
okay.
At times, sometimes they would become transparent. But I couldn't see them by eye, but the camera was picking up on them. And sometimes they would become transparent before they would disappear. And 5 minutes later, a helicopter would show up, scanning the whole area. And this happened quite a few times, and it was usually happening 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, was it military helicopters? Were they military in nature?
There could have been police helicopters, but they could have been just using them as a cover. But there was definitely something going on in the area. This was in Birmingham in the UK. I've moved from that place since, but they were definitely the same orange sphere crafts that have been captured by people all around the world on camera. I've seen big fleets of them in Russia and places like that. And these ones seem to be very advanced because they just appear and they disappear when they leave. However they're getting out or wherever they're coming from, I don't know. But one time they became transparent and I could see small people inside, and they seemed to be blue skinned with black eyes, bald heads. I could see the computer consoles or whatever they're using, and I actually seen the mechanism what they use to transport, which is one of them these had long spindly arms and legs as well, and one of them put his hand down, a rod came up with a ball of electric on it. He's touched this and the craft disappears. And I've got 10 tapes of footage of what I captured, and it was on an old tape camcorder, and I'd be willing to send you the tapes so you could take them apart and inspect them with whatever programs you've got.
Pretty it sounds like a daunting task of a lot of amounts of work. Tell me, what kind of format is this? In a tape, mini DV?
They're on CR tapes.
They're on tapes, VHS tapes.
Not VHS, they're little small, I think they're called CR tapes.
Like a high camcorder. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I'm sure there's tons of footage around the world that people have captured with this outdated technology. VHS, Super 8s, mini DVs, SVHS, they come in all ranges and sizes, but now they're pretty much obsolete. You have to do a lot of search out special people that could transfer this media into a digital form. Mark, maybe what you're going to have to do is find, because, I don't even have this equipment that I could plug in, but maybe you got some smoking gun footage. You might want to look up somebody on the internet and put find out how you could get this stuff to digital. Then you could upload it to YouTube and then send me the link. Okay, Mark?
Yeah, I'll work on that. But another thing is, you're seeing different types of craft in England every night virtually when there's no cloud cover. And a lot of the time they can appear like stars, but when you see them zigzagging about and moving around, you know they're not stars. And you see like little orbs of blue light that are flying off them, like little drones. So definitely being watched, and I don't know whatever they're doing here, but there seems to be a different type of craft because they're not disappearing, they're going back up at first light. So it's definitely different.
Different, indeed. There's unidentified flying objects. They come in all shapes and sizes. Mark from England. Hey, thanks for sharing. We're going to be getting to some other callers. Let's get to it. Let's go to, it seems like calling in from Oregon, area code 503. You're live, third phase of moon. Thanks for waiting. Area code 503. You there? 503 dropped out. Let's get to another caller. He's been holding on for about 12 minutes now. You there?
Hello? Oh,
hello,
I'm on.
You hear me? Yeah, you're on live. Third phase. What's your name?
Hi, hi Blake.
Hi.
Well, I'm going to be nervous because I've never spoken on radio before, okay?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're just talking to Blake, and appreciate you calling in.
Well, this is 14 years of me trying to work out what went on in September of 2001. It all started where, first I think I should start this. Did I think there was aliens out there growing up? Well, I thought there should be. I don't think we're alone. But I never put too much thought into it. So one night I'm there and I'm with my baby, and I happened to notice at the side of my eyes a bright blue star. But it was clearly moving, swaying from side to side like a leaf without a fall. And I thought, oh, that's odd. I just looked at it, and on closer inspection, it looked like there was little things coming off it, like sparks, but that was it. So that was it. That was the first night. This all took place over a 2-week period. It was there not every night, but by the time it sort of got, I'd start looking out for it. The next night, I looked out to look for it. Might have been a couple of nights later, and it was there. Time, I thought something. Now, this is going to sound crazy, and the listeners have got to understand. We are dealing with aliens, so things are not going to make sense in the human sense. So I look at it, and the strangest thing come over me. A thought that said, why is your hair that colour? Or something to do with the colour of my hair. It's fascinated with, because it was blood red, like, the fudge red. And I thought, that was odd. Just this thought, and that it wasn't a voice. I've never heard voices. And that was that night. And by now, I'm looking out for it. And I'm thinking this is a UFO.
Sure.
So on the third occasion, I look out. This night, there's clouds everywhere. You couldn't see anything, blue sky if you wanted to. But I'm looking, and then all of a sudden, this oval light shows up behind a cloud. And I think, a searchlight? Is that a helicopter? But there's no sound. And then all of a sudden, I thought this in my brain. May God strike me down if any of this is a lie. Right now, I thought, if you're what I think you are, and I was thinking UFO, not from here, but before the thought could even end, which was going to be, show me something amazing, show me something, I want to see something, went from 1, sitting still, all into 3, 4, it's like 3 came out of it. And there was now 4 lights all dancing. I describe it as dancing because it looked pretty, wasn't darting. I've seen darting before 15 years ago when I was a kid, but it was flying around. And then I screamed because I wanted witnesses. And so I screamed to the neighbours, quick, and they come out, and then I went back into one. So that made me look like, but they still said, what's that? And I said, I don't know, that's why I've got you out there. And I was trying to say that, God, they're going to think I'm crazy when I just said it went back into three and then back into one. Anyway, they are the insignificant things. I've got, this story goes on. I don't think I have enough time to even say it all. Anyway.
Yeah, we got about... Sorry, where are you calling from anyway? And what's your accent? Australian, New Zealand?
Australia, Sydney.
Are you calling from Australia right now?
Sydney, Australia.
Yeah, wow, incredible. It's coming in really clear. It's pretty amazing technology going on. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes, and then we got to get to another caller, and then Third Phase of Moon's got to wrap this show up. But, yeah, let's hear some more. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello? Oh, yeah, sorry, I thought you said. Anyway, so this is the real significant one. I'm sitting there in the lounge room, and listen, I sort of measure it against buildings just to watch, to see if it really was moving. I know how the stars move over the sky, so there wasn't stars. I had the UFO mob come out. It wasn't Venus. They knew it wasn't that. Anyway, I'm sitting on my lounge, and I've got like 2 lounge rooms, and they've just got double glass doors all around. So, it's probably got a real good look in and I'm sitting there, and I look behind me, and this blue light is now so much closer than ever before. Now, you must understand, when I tell this, I have no recollection of the next day, only the 3 past previous events that were pretty fascinating, but not enough, not good enough for me to, Anyway, so I look around, and it's swaying like a pendulum now, like from side to side. And I turned my head, and I thought, oh, my God, I never believed in people could be hypnotized on those shows. I thought they were all acting, and I thought, is that trying to hypnotize me? And so I told myself, I'm awake. I'd make sure this is what I was doing. I'm awake. I also realized from the other 3 occasions, it's always best to turn your lights out, to look out into something bright. Because if you have glare, you're not going to get a better view. And what I realized when I'd look away is my eyes would have to adjust to the darkened lounge room, and I thought, that doesn't happen. This thing is obviously bright. Stars do not do that. I should be looking out and then looking back, and my eyes are already adjusted. And I remember doing this a number of going to do it the 4th time or something, and that's it. Mind you, this memory came back later. The next day I wake, and I'm in my bed. Last time I was in my lounge room. Well, at least they tucked me in. That's what I thought. And I was doing the washing, and I was in the clothes. I was still in my clothes, which was another odd thing. So, but it was a sarong. And I've got this to this day. I've got physical proof. I've got CAT scans because something happened 16 months later with my busted eardrum. Anyway, I'll tell you this because that busted eardrum, and I go all over the place because there's just so much. Anyway, so I put the skirt on the line. These things can make you change your whole brain. They can run your brain. My jeans were on the line 3 hours, and this skirt is a 15-minute drying material, and they were all done around the same time. I walked inside, waited, half the day, come out, and I noticed a shadow in the skirt. And I thought, it must be wet in the centre of the skirt there, but it didn't make sense. See, that didn't even jelly. I'm a very observant person, and I don't understand why I wouldn't have thought, no, well, they take 3 hours and they take 15 minutes. But something said, go back in, wait the 15 minutes it takes to dry. And I did that, and I came out and I noticed the shadow was still there. I thought, that's odd. And I took it off the line, and I've got, a cement path. So I placed the skirt down, and I was shocked at what I saw. I could see an imprint of my legs. It's 2 positions imposed over the other. I can see it. I can clearly see my calf as though I'm on my back, and you can see where my knee is side on. And I said to myself, and I don't understand why later I thought to myself, why didn't I say I turned on my side? I thought to myself, I've been turned on my side. And, that's that experience. And then the UFO people come out. But then we've still got 5 and 6 when it took off. Listen, 9/11. I know this is going to sound crazy to your audience, but 9/11 into the morning of 9/11. I'll tell you, the skirt goes further. So let's leave the skirt for a minute. I had a dream. Now, I always put this one down to dream because I went to bed that night. But I think it was a second abduction and I was being shown something. I was in a room. I cannot see from the side or anything. It's just direct. I'm either looking at a massive window or a massive screen, but I still can't see the edges. And in the sky, I see this beautiful blue skyline. Now, this is where it's weird. I see a fire in the sky. And then I'm holding my son. I wasn't holding him. This is where I think it's weird. I think they can take your body, your soul as well, and show you that. I know that sounds crazy because I reached out to my baby son when all of a sudden this explosion went into the fire and all this debris and smoke and crap. But there's nothing. This is what I didn't understand. Where did the debris come from? You know, I see this fire, then an explosion. It was definitely an explosion. In the fire, came flying at us. It went so quick that my son, it was weird. It was like he was sort of beside me, but I wasn't on it. So I remembered I reached out to him and I grabbed him and I held him tight. And he was only 16 months at the time. And then the smoke had gone over us. It was that quick. And I thought, what was that? And I just told myself, oh, that must be death. Am I dead? I thought I was dead. You know, and death must be peaceful then. And there was like this, and it's not explained in how I say it, but this is what it's meant. Well, death is, now understand, this isn't how it says that this is how I got it to mean. Well, death is peaceful, but this isn't why you're getting shown this. And then that memory, I woke up remembering that dream distinctly and thought, wow. But an hour later, that was totally gone. I watched the Trade Center, and the debris was exact. Yet in that dream, there was no planes, there was no buildings, but there was that initial fire, everything, but without the thing. Exact. That's exactly what I see. And then.
Absolutely. You know what I think is that we have a sixth sense. ESP is a possibility. People have the power, and dreams are part of it. If you could have that lucid dreaming technique, I think the future can be foretold in these generic ways. You didn't get the exact storyline down perfectly, but you did feel something was happening. I remember Brent had an issue, and he felt something like there's a lot of people dying right now. And then it turned out, right when he said it, that's when the massive tsunami hit, December 24th. And it was in Indonesia. You know, it's not uncommon. Even George Lucas knows this when he had Obi-Wan kind of fainted almost aboard the Millennium Falcon when a Death Star just blew up Alderaan, and he felt a disturbance. Big shout out to everybody around the world who submit their videos. It's what it's all about, stories, UFO sightings, extraterrestrial encounters. It's happening. It's happening now, actually right now. Somebody's having an encounter with a UFO, capturing it on video, and alien encounters close up. We're going to get on the highway thanks to the Weird and Wonderful for sharing their music to us right here at Third Phase of the Moon. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. My name is Blake Cousins. We'll see everybody again next week, Friday, for Third Phase of the Moon Radio. Be sure not to miss out. Check out our YouTube channel daily for new updates. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe.
I'm on a could he have disappeared so quickly and so completely? Never heard from again.